guys, Psychic here, and welcome back to another episode of Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons with me. Hello. I will first out say I do apologize for any echo that you hear. I have moved a month ago. I'm sorry. The new place that I'm in, I haven't had any time or ability to put any sort of noise suppression in. I'm waiting on getting a rug, and I can't put anything sticky on the walls that is in my renting agreement, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with that. But for now, I have my noise suppression all the way down on my mic, so I'm hoping it's not as bad. I did a little bit of test, so I know it's not as bad as I hear it in my own head. But still, if there is any sort of echo, I do apologize. I will hopefully be fixing that soon, but I just couldn't wait to record anymore. I wanted to get here and do some stuff. I've actually been playing a lot of this particular mod pack behind the scenes, just as kind of a way to relax an hour or so here and there. So, I've been a little busy. As my armor is a little different. I've got different tools. There's just been a lot going on behind the scenes towards dying. Which I do think where we last left off, we were in the Under Garden, which we will go back there in a second, because I asked a question for all of you, and that is, do I go up? And the answer is yes, I do go up. Up is good. But as you can see, I keep looking out the windows here. I have been slowly trying to build up our castle, and also I am apparently the queen of chickens, because I have an inability to not throw an egg as soon as it enters my inventory. So we have a lot of chickens. But if we go out here real quick, I also have a plague doctor. He had rats. I don't know what happened to them. He also was holding an egg not too long ago. Did you eat it? You weren't supposed to eat it. It was raw. Okay. Anyway, but I've been trying to get some of these walls up a little bit more. And by walls, I just mean the towers. But I've been doing this a little bit little. I got my building pack. We've been just mining, gathering material. I've been mining both in the mine from here and also the mine at our old home. The mine in the old home has more of the actual stuff I need because I know where it is, such as the marble and the andesite. The new one is really just good for me getting a lot of stone. It does hold a lot of granite, but I'm not using granite, so that's not helpful at the moment. But I've been doing a lot of back and forth. See, I keep... Oop. Gotta be careful with those rotten eggs. They make bad birds. So, but yeah. So I've got most of the towers up. I think I have two more to do. Just these two at the top. They're all the same height. I've been kind of using the same formula when it comes to building them and the height that they're at. And I will show you guys how to do that in a second, because I'm sure y'all are curious, because I've been doing all of this off camera. I know I talked about recording and just kind of doing a mashup, but my brain doesn't work sometimes, and I just, like, thought about it, or forgot about it, didn't think about it, until, like, I already had most of the towers up, and I was like, well, I'll finish what I'm doing, and I'll show y'all how to build a tower, and then we'll just go from there. But I have been making a lot of trips to the nether as well, because I needed some nether brick, and that's also basalt, which I happen to have. I didn't mind that on purpose. But this looks really, really nice from a distance as well, which is what I'm liking. So if I teleport here, and I'm very careful, because I think there's a dragon. Maybe I need to be a little farther away. Oh, did I go far enough? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I went a little too close to that dragon. I do not want to bring it home. Anyway, but that's what the castle looks like from this far, which I think the gradient ended up turning out pretty nice. So I'm happy with it. And once the walls start going up, because the walls should be about near the top of where the clay starts near there, I think. So it'll be hiding a lot more, but it'll look a lot, more like a castle, not just a bunch of towers. So I'm really happy with it. So let's just do a quick little how do you build a tower for me. Because I've been doing been doing this for a little bit, so let's jump up here. I've been getting better with my parkour too, and I think because I've been falling so much too, my fall damage is minimal. So for the towers, I've been doing the gradient that I think I showed you guys when it came to this, and I'm trying to do basically what I did with our entrance gate and just copying that over. So all of the towers are the same height, they have the same formula of how I'm going to do this. So I've already built up to 118, that Y level, here. So I need to go a little bit taller. So I need more andesite and I need more smooth stone for the area that I'm at. And I believe I'm having my smooth stone go up to Y level 120. So what I've been kind of trying to do, especially when we're getting to the top, because this is going dark to light, I try to thin it out at the top. So like maybe here, because I've already done that, I'll just put one here. I'll put one here, put one here, put one here. And then just kind of fill it in with whatever light material that you have going on. So I said I'm doing up to Y level 120. So I'm going to just place one more here. I'm going to place one here, here, and I'm not going to even bother putting one on this wall. The only reason I'm not doing one on that wall is because since we have the wall here, it's already going to be split in half, and you're not really going to notice that once these walls come up. So I'm at Y level 120, and then I did just a flat of whatever my next color is. So we're just doing a flat thing of andesite here. Just one layer. Okay, good. And then we can just throw away, not everything. Don't throw it away. Just put it back in your pack. So I don't need the smooth stone anymore. I'm still working with andesite, so I'm going to grab that back. And then my next layer is going to be stone bricks. And then when I'm starting with a new layer, for a lot of them, I think I've only been putting one brick. Some I think I've been doing two, but for the most part, what I'm trying to do is I'll take wherever the layer that I'm working on now goes down, maybe not the lowest, but where there's just like a big empty chunk, place that there. So here, the next biggest chunk is going to be like right there. Next biggest chunk on here is going to be about here, and next biggest chunk on this wall is about near. So that ended up looking pretty even, but that's okay, because like I said, the walls are going to break it up a little bit more. And you'll just fill in the middle. And then for these layers, I've been doing like 3 blendy for each. So that's already layer 1. This is going to be the next layer. And it is kind of random. I'm trying to figure out how to like describe what I'm doing. So the next layer obviously is going to have more because you want to kind of build it up. And I try to have something connecting a little bit to the block below it. You don't have to necessarily have it, but I have stone here. I'm trying to put something at least in the corner or on top, or doing kind of like an L shape like that's happening over there. And then the third layer is going to be even more. So we're going to do that. Maybe I'll put that there. We'll do something like this. That there. Maybe that there. Yeah, sure. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Every single building is going to be different. And if you don't like something, I mean, you can always tear it down and try again later. But I'm liking it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you focus too much on it being perfect, it takes a lot longer to do anything. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'll only go back if something looks severely unbalanced. So like if we had a bunch, like just a chunk of andesite there, and there was just like nothing, and it wasn't like blending the way that I wanted to, then yeah, I'll go back and fix that. But if it's like that, that's fine the way that it is. See, I started even with 2 andesite on that layer where like recently I've been doing just like 1 and then building my way up, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a certain way as long as you're happy with it in the end. So I have now done my layer of smooth stone, or not smooth stone, stone bricks, and then my next layer is going to be clay. Clay, okay. So like I said, like I did with the other one, try to find the lowest. So here, that's the lowest, but this is a good chunk here, so I'm going to put that there. That's the lowest, but this is more concentrated, so I'll put it here. And that's the lowest, so I'll actually put that there. That looks fine to me. And then here is here. Cool. And we'll build up the stone. And then, so what I've noticed, like I said, I have a formula, but there's no like technical rules. So I try not to repeat the same thing. So like I thought about it. There's like an L shape down there. I was gonna do it up here because that just felt right. But I was like, I don't want to repeat the same exact thing between layer to layer. So like here, I'm gonna do that there. I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna do L here, and then we'll do that there. That's fine. And then at the top, or this third layer, I want even more stuff. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this here. Like that, like that. And then boop, boop. And we'll stop there. Well, how do I want peace here. See? Like I said, you could change your mind on stuff. Whatever you feel is right. And, oops. And just do that. And now this is gonna be my third layer. Or fourth layer. I'll put some clay. Now this top bit where I'm doing the smooth stone, or I keep calling it smooth stone, marble, it's going to be a little different how we're doing the layering. So we'll still need some clay. I'm going to need marble, and I'm also going to need polished marble bricks. And I'm actually going to need more of those. So let's craft some. So this is where it's going to get a little different. So this is shorter layer. The whole thing is just 3 layers. So it's starting nighttime. Well, we'll see what we can do. So next one's going to be marble. I'm going to put the marble here. Over here, I'm going to put the marble right there. Sounds about right. Here. And sure. And then we'll do another thing of clay. It's turning nighttime. I love having the sleeping bag. I think I should always have a sleeping bag so I don't have to carry a bed. Because this doesn't change, it doesn't change my spawn point either. My spawn point's still in there and I like it. Anyway, so next layer. So with the marble, since I'm doing the layering a little bit more condensed, I'm trying to like put even more marble than I would normally. So here I would put like maybe 2 blocks. I'm trying to do more 3. And I'm trying to also, with this next layer, I have to have at least something that is 2 blocks across. So if I do, maybe not that, but if I do this, I need at least 2, and I'll explain why in a second. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I do want to blend the marble brick a little bit, but I don't want it sitting on top of clay by any means, because then that's technically not the smooth. So I want to have, let's change that to that. I want to have the brick sitting where there's 2. I don't mind if it's corner like that, but I don't want it to be on top of clay. So that's why I want 2, because it just looks better in my brain. If it's actually better, I don't know, but that's how I like it. And then, ooh, I almost fell off. And then this part is going to be completely marble. See, the blending is a lot shorter, but I think it's still effective. And then with this last layer, we're going to do just polished marble bricks. See, there's not really much, like, you know, blending at this part. And then I'm also going to fill in this corner at the top. And the reason I'm doing that, and I'm sure y'all have noticed when looking at these towers, but especially once I add these corner bits, it almost looks like this top piece is popping out a little bit, like you would see on a lot of castles, like how this I do have physically popping out. That gives the illusion of that without actually having to do any of that fancy work. Because I think I tried it over here to do the popping out, and it made it look super clunky, even though that was, I wanted it to pop out. Making it pop out looked like it was wrong, and I don't know how to describe that. So I want the illusion of it without actually doing it. So that's that. So now I've not been doing this part until recently because I was low on spruce, but I'm gonna go ahead and just fill in the floor up here, because each of these towers at some point maybe are going to be accessible. I know most of them at the top of their walls are going to have like a walkthrough, so that's going to be needed anyway. And then going back to this marble brick, we're going to do our little, whatever these things are called. I don't remember. I watched so many videos on castles, but now it's been months and I don't remember any of the words that they used. So that's that when it comes to the actual tower building. Now, we are going to do these little, like, edges to make them more square without being flat. Because that also helps with the effect of this top part. So, I've been using walls. So, I've been using diorite. I might not need andesite. No, I might do. So, diorite, andesite, brick, marble brick, and then marble wall. And I'm out of marble wall. Do that, and then do some of that, and then do some of that. There we go. Oop, hiccups. So this formula is a little less perfect, which is the goal. So I've been starting to use andesite when it comes to the very dark ones, because when I was doing it over there, I wasn't going that far down. Now that I'm rounding the edge of the mountain, I've been going pretty far. So anywhere that I've had the nether brick, I've been using this andesite, and I only used the basalt on that side, specifically that tower on that side, because that went the farthest down. And having just a huge chunk of andesite didn't seem quite right. So, ow, that didn't do what I wanted it to, but that's okay. So I've also been trying to make it to where I'm not having the wall actually function. Like, you know how it does this when it's connected to something? I want it to happen on these, but I don't want it to happen to blocks around it. So I've been very particular about. So I don't think I'll need the andesite on this side because I have andesite. I don't want any, like, similar walls touching anything, but we can do this. And then this, like I said, has been kind of random, so I've been doing that. And then when I blend it, I do one of the next. So I'm doing diorite, marble, and then polished brick. So since I'm wanting to blend into from andesite to diorite, I'm going to put a marble, go back to my diorite, and then build up my marble. And then once I'm wanting to blend the next one, I do wall, back to the marble, and then back to the wall. And then I do this because it won't let me, please. And then that's kind of how I blend it. Okay. I did it right that time. And then I also have been trying to, at least on walls that you can see right next to each other, I don't want it to blend at the same exact spot. So like this one, I might blend a little lower. So we'll do that. Like I said, so I kind of have a rough idea, but I'm not been super perfect about these, other than I don't want them to sit at the same exact spot all of the time. So if I step back, oh, I was close, but I didn't do it so good. Food. Oh, did I overeat? I did. That's okay. I can eat more fruit. I don't need the speed all of the time. But yeah, so, and like I said, it gives it that kind of weird, like, illusion that has. I don't know how to describe it. I want to get to the other side of the wall. Okay. So now, so this does go all the way down to the soapstone that I have, so I'm going to use a little bit of andesite. Just so you don't have a super large chunk of anything in particular. Because then that's where the problems come, in my mind at least. Diorite. We'll do this. And since we're going to have a wall here, I'm not too stressed out about it. I didn't do that right. I say I'm good and then I'm not. So I'm not super stressed out about that being blended the exact same spot, but it's not, so that's good anyway. So, like, these two walls I care about because you're going to see them on the same side. So this one I went up to about that much. I might go a little higher on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't remember what I did. Oh. See, I actually don't want to go that high because I don't want the andesite to touch andesite. What did I break? Stop. Okay. So maybe I'll do this a little lower on this side. It's not a science. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, come on. I need this wall. No. Okay. And then we'll go down. Oh. See, I am getting better. I need to not think about it. And then we'll back up a second. I could also teleport because that is a little bit easier. Teleport here. And take a gander. Yep, so I blended that all in different spots, which is great. And like I said, there's no exact science. I just don't want similar blocks. So like I didn't want the andesite to touch the andesite. I don't want the marble to touch the marble. The brick can touch brick, that's the point. Because I wanted the corners to be lighter. So that looks good to me. And that's another tower done. And that only takes, with me trying to explain stuff, apparently about 10-15 minutes. So I can get that other tower done, and then we can start focusing on the actual walls. But we are at the end of this episode. Building was psychic, isn't it fun? I've been having a lot of fun with this castle, because like I think I told you guys when I started this, I never actually built a Minecraft castle before. Not one that I really thought much about. So I like this. I'm having fun. So, if you guys have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it. I'm hoping to come back with recording a lot more. I know it's been 2 months-ish since the last video, which is very not what I wanted to be happening, but yeah. I'll be recording a lot more in my off time. I actually have to leave to go to work now, so that is also another reason to the end of the episode, but I'll be coming back with videos a lot more frequently, and like I said, I hope to get a little bit more of the noise suppression, so I hope the echo to this recording has not been too bad, and that the actual recording is not too quiet either, because I have the noise suppression all the way down. I'll try to fix that in post, so. Anyway, I'll stop yapping, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye!